Okay, go ahead. Okay.
All set.
Okay. And now it is my pleasure introducing today's presenter, Kimberley Day, marketing specialist. Kim is the award-winning author of Write and Grow Rich, How to Use a Book to Supersize Your Brand, Your Business, and Your Bank Account. Kim helps coaches, consultants, and service-based entrepreneurs overcome the daily struggle of finding their next client, stand out from the crowd in their industry, and increase visibility, credibility, and authority by publishing a book. For 13 years, she was one of the usually a dozen financial advisors at every networking event, struggling to compete for clients in an overcrowded and skeptical market. After publishing her first book, The Financial Fitness Playbook, she was able to double her income in less than 12 months using the same strategies she teaches in her new book and signature program. I give you Kimberley Day.
I am unmuted. So do you need me to share screen now?
You want?
Yeah, so let me get over to here. We'll do slideshow from the beginning. So yes, thank you, Suzanne, for that lovely introduction. It's almost like I wrote it myself. So yes, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Kim, and I am the author of Write and Grow Rich. So it's not only though my book, it's my signature program to help other people achieve those same results. So I thought for most of the people on the call know my story. But I thought what I'd start with quickly was just kind of a little bit of my history. Like Suzanne said, for over 13 years, I was a financial advisor operating under, my own brand called My Wealthy Advisor. I thought I was really clever. I was going with the whole wealthy barber theme. For the Canadian advisors, most of us know David Chilton and his Wealthy Barber book. I also followed a lot of other successful financial advisors. Or people in the space like Gail Vaz Oxlade, who did Till Death Do Us Part. In the US, I was a big follower of Susie Orman, of course, and David Bach and Robert Kiyosaki. So a lot of the other big financial gurus. And of course, they had one thing, almost all of them in common. If they were celebrity or guru, or if I was following them, they were all published authors. I myself, strived to achieve such status. But for years, it wasn't that way. I struggled, as Suzanne mentioned. And in fact, I was just at another meeting last Tuesday. There was 11 people on the Zoom call. There was 2 other financial advisors. So had I still been in the industry, I would have been 3 out of 11 people in that room who were financial advisors. So there was a lot of competition. And of course, talking about your finances is a very personal thing. So there's a little bit of typically a longer sales cycle when you're in that type of an industry with respect to gaining the trust of the people that want to open up to you about the state of their finances. Because what I learned in my many years of working with people financially is that whether you're earning $50,000 a year or $250,000 a year, most people are just broke at a different level, because they're driving a more expensive car or living in a better house, but they're spending up to that income that they're making. So this was a big, huge challenge. And in fact, I was one of them. So I'm living in Vancouver, where living expenses are crazy. I was single, so there wasn't a dual income happening. And so for years I struggled, and I joke about it because I was like, my income did this. So as an entrepreneur, I don't know if you can relate. You don't have to admit it if you don't want to, but I felt like my income was always on this roller coaster. I would have great months where I did really well. And then I would have months that I struggled. And so in fact, my income felt more like this. It was like, holy crap. Some months I was like, where is my next mortgage payment going to come from? And until kind of everything changed, I call it my TSN turning point of the game, which was when I wrote and published my first book, which was called, I don't have a copy of it here, but it was called The Financial Fitness Playbook, The Ultimate Guide to Winning the Money Game. And like some of those other big gurus, I had actually planned on writing a big series of books. So this one would have been the first, The Ultimate Guide to Winning the Money Game. But I planned on targeting other niches. So I was going to do the Millennials Guide to Winning the Money Game, and the Baby Boomers Guide, and the Single Parents Guide, and the Entrepreneur's Guide, and the Canadians Guide, however many guides I needed. And I was going to build this big, huge empire. And after 12 months, like Suzanne had said, my income had actually doubled. I had, my business was growing exponentially because I was getting media attention. I was getting speaking engagements. When I was the financial advisor at the meeting now with the 3 other ones, I was the one holding my book up, and people wanted to do business with the perceived expert. So in fact, I loved it so much, the results and the transformational results that it provided for me, that I realized that there was probably a reason I wasn't actually doing as well in financial services as I wanted to, and that I wasn't super passionate about it. And so I decided to make a career change and move into something that I'd always had more fun doing, which was really the marketing and the prospecting and getting out there and looking for clients and looking for new ways to grow your business. So after 13 years of struggling, I realized that after publishing my book, that it was the fastest, easiest, and most profitable way to grow your business was to be that expert in the crowd. And so the secret, though, is it's not really about a book. It's all about the marketing and that perception that the book gets you. So what I'm going to share with you over the next probably 8 minutes now, because I'm sure I rambled on for more than 2. Somebody could give me a time count. That'd be great, because I typically run myself right out of time. But it's not really about a book, right? It's about marketing, and a book ends up becoming your marketing on steroids. So I'm going to talk to you about the 5 marketing must-haves in 2021 that I feel that a book solves for you. So the first one is attraction. So basically, instead of having to chase your clients, what happens when you write a book is you end up getting more attention, right? So you end up having people coming to you instead of you always having to chase them. So being able to use attraction marketing instead of having to chase all the time, not only does that provide you with more clients, but it provides you with better quality clients, because now all of a sudden people have raised their hand. I use my book as a lead magnet all the time. So when I put my book out there into the universe and someone says, hey, Kim, yeah, I'd like some information on that content matter. Now, if I'm getting on an enrollment call with them or getting on a strategy session with them, I know that they're already predispositioned to what I have to sell. Unlike going out into larger networking environments where when you're throwing a bunch of mud at the wall and you're hoping something will stick. In the case of attraction marketing, you're now knowing that every call that you get on is going to be with somebody who's predispositioned to potentially buy what you're selling. And by doing this, I was able to actually increase my closing ratio to nearly 80% of the calls that I got on. So if you're looking to do that for your business, I feel like a book is one of the best ways that you can do that. I've talked about this and I will continue to talk about this, but differentiation and separating yourself from your competition is absolutely critical, especially going forward into 2021, where I've heard it's predicted that 8 out of 10 businesses will be online businesses. I forget in the however many couple of years, but I was on a meeting this morning where they were talking about all the stats with that. And of course, as we're no longer allowed to meet in person, as the online world is changing because of our times, more and more businesses are flocking online. So not only were you possibly competing in the real world, but now you're competing in the online marketplace. You want to make sure that your marketing stands out from those that you're attracting business from. And by using a book as a tool to be able to stand out from the people doing the same work that you're doing, you not only elevate your brand, you elevate your credibility and expertise, and you're able to rise above the crowd and all the other people who are doing the same perceived work that you're doing. So I talked about this a little bit earlier, but getting in front of more people is not the only problem. Getting in front of more of the right people is actually really critical. So to be able to use your book as a tool for speaking engagements and getting on other people's platforms where your ideal perfect target market client are hanging out, is a really, really valuable asset to have. And to be able to get speaking engagements and get past the gatekeeper one of the best ways to position yourself as a credible speaker and expert in your space is to become a published author. People that have speaking platforms are always looking for guests. They have to fill a timetable and fill content spots. And published authors are perceived as experts and more often will win out on spots if you're not published. So if you're looking to up the ante, create extra visibility in your space, then you might want to consider publishing. And again, your visibility is upped by all of the content. You position your content once, and then you can use all of this content and repurpose it on a daily basis on podcasts, in videos, in articles and blogs, not only on your own platforms, but on the platforms of others, which helps you leverage other people's audiences and really leverages your time and really exponentially grows your results. The fourth marketing challenge that writing a book solves is the authority. So positioning yourself as a trusted advisor. There's something magical about a book. When you become a published author, people think it's a hard thing to do. They think it takes a lot of time. They think you need to be really smart to be able to write a book. But I'm telling you, if you're already working in your space, you largely have a lot of that information that you would put into a book sitting right in your laptop right now. And I can actually show people how to write a book in less than 90 days using the material that you already have available, that you're already teaching and coaching and providing in your client space. And nothing builds trust faster than being a published author. And the last thing I wanted to talk to you with respect about marketing is number 5, longevity. So pun intended, a book has shelf life. So if you want something that's actually going to have staying power, think about how often you've received a business card or a brochure or something in the mail. Half of the stuff lands in the recycling bin right outside of my mailbox in the lobby of my building. I don't know about yours, but nobody throws out a book. So it quite literally sits on the shelf until somebody's waiting to be, and the timing is right for them to do business with you. So creating that asset that's going to have lifelong value for your business is important. You're spending your time and your energy growing your business anyways. Why not put that time and energy into producing a long-lasting asset that you're going to be able to use over and over and over again for your business? So I can't think of anything better to solve all of these problems: attraction, differentiation, visibility, authority, and longevity for your business than a book. And I love the fact that I'm able to help people do this really quickly and rapidly using my 5-step signature system. So I have a program that I run for 12 weeks at a time. It's comprised of 5 modules: my plan, promote, produce, publish, and profit system. So it's a simple 5-step system to become a published author in 3 months or less. My next program does begin on Thursday, although I do run it quarterly. So I realize not everybody's able to make a decision and take action necessarily in 2 days, but I did want to mention that. And for anybody thinking about that, this may be a strategy that they're looking at implementing for 2021, I'd love to sit down and have a conversation about whether the strategy's even right for you. So looking to get in touch with anybody who's in a crowded or skeptical space, somebody who feels like they've got lots of competition and would like to possibly differentiate themselves, get more visibility, and attract more better quality, higher paying clients into your business. I've got a 20-page workbook. If anybody wants it, connect with me on Facebook, shoot me a message in Messenger, and I'm happy to get that to you. It's 20 pages of downloadable worksheets where you can actually plan out your entire book. It won't write itself for you in this workbook, but it will definitely get you on the right path to figuring out what you need to write and how to get it done. So happy to get that to you. And that is all I have. And I have zero idea where I was at with time. So I hope I didn't run over.
You did, but it's okay.
I'm happy to answer any questions or take them offline if we're out of time.
I think we may have to do that. So,
oops. I can stop share.
Okay. And we're going to get ready for
Blair's photo.
And please, guys, don't put anything in the chat. So she's taking the photo.
Yeah, so I'm going to take a photo and it's going to go on my LinkedIn and I'm going to tag as many people as I can. I'm Blair Kaplan Venables on LinkedIn. Sorry, I was going to get rid of that chat. So I'm going to take a screenshot, but today we're going to do an action shot. We're all going to wave.
I like that.
So everyone, show me your pearly whites. Get your wave on. 1, 2, 3. Yay. I'll be the only one not waving. Thanks, guys.
And can I just give Sue Coleman a reminder to please put your contact information in the chat? I haven't seen it there yet. Thank you.
I'm trying to, but it's not letting me do it.
Oh.
So I don't know why. I've been trying to